2 minutes until showtime.
We getting ready to bust. Excuse me.
1 minute until showtime. Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
All right, goddammit. It's time to kick this shit around. You probably don't realize this, but 25% of the year is gone. I mean, time just is not waiting on you. We need to relax, and we need to enjoy the rest of this fabulous year. Excuse me. I had to go cut that off. Don't blink, because shit, before you know it, 2022 is going to be over. What are you going to promise? What are you going to promise yourself this year? I hope it's different. I'm not feeling funny right now. I don't know what that is, but I'm feeling horrible. Shit. I just felt sick. My eyes was watering too. Hold on. I don't know what that was. Wow. I don't know what that was, but I'm an old nigga, so shit be happening, and I gotta deal with it. And that's what I'm gonna do. Shit. You gotta excuse how my eyes look, because man, I thought I was finna pass out. Yeah, I make the same resolutions every year. And every year, if all of them, well, most of them, if not all of them, come to fruition. The reason I make the same one is because every year I ask that I keep healthy and be able to see my dreams become my realities. And my dreams do not stay the same from year to year. So I'm not going to say, I keep healthy and see my dreams become my realities and have the same dreams I had last year. Fuck that. See, you can only see the reality of what you think if you live in reality. And you have to understand, a lot of people do not live in reality. And you may be one of them. How often do you realize the person you talk to don't even have common sense? You're talking to this person and either they're listening and don't understand, or they're understanding what you're saying, but they're just completely silly in how they see it. See, we take for granted we all have common sense. If we all have common sense, now think about this. If everyone has common sense, why do people believe that they can prepare for the world's end? That's a big, important question. Why do people think that they can prepare for the world's end? Because whatever is powerful enough to end the world, how the hell do you think you can do anything to prevent it? See, that's the power of belief. No matter what you hear about the world ending, you always hear that there were some survivors. Why can't you be one? You can't unless you believed before it happened that you could be a survivor of this catastrophe. I'm telling you, the power of believing in yourself is just that strong. Back in the old days when Mary and Joseph were alive and doing shit, sex was not what it is today. I mean, they did it, but it wasn't sex. In the old days, people didn't have sex because it felt good. If it was about coming, the woman rarely came. Sex, whether right or wrong, was to reproduce. Just like animals. When the time comes, all animal, a dog, any animal, all they want to do is come inside the pussy or out. It didn't matter. They smell whatever pheromones or whatever you call it, and that shit makes them want to fuck. It does not make them want to have sex. It makes them want to reproduce if that's the case. Now, once we became smarter than animals, we started assigning meanings and shit to what we did. And lo and behold, we end up with what we all know as sex. You got to do it this way, or you got to do it that way to make sure that woman feels enjoyment, to make sure that man feels enjoyment. 701, I see you. What's up?
I bud. How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, D?
I'm cool, man. I'm cool, man. Listen, man. I just want to touch on this because I was listening to your show last week, and I like what you said, man. This is what you said. You was like, I don't involve my life in people's lives that don't involve me. And if you think like that, you're gonna live a long life. I respect that. And a lot of the show it got to do with being a man. And I just want to touch on this. The things that Will Smith he did to Chris Rock, to you as a man, do you think that's disrespect? And like to me, I think he could have done a better way. Like he could have pulled Chris Rock to the side and be like, look, bro, this and this, don't do that. Do you think that's disrespect? What you can you touch on that? I just want to
Hey, check it out, man. As far as that go, I'm not gonna say who was right, but I do think that Will Smith didn't need to slap that nigga like that. But I also think Chris Rock should have said some shit. He shouldn't have like fired on Will or nothing, but he should have said something. When Will went back to sit down, instead of Chris saying, "Damn, that nigga slapped me," whatever he said, he should have said some shit, man. You know what? I'm gonna see you after this, man, because that shit wasn't cool. Whatever he said to let everybody know he thought it wasn't cool, and then whatever Will would have said, he wouldn't have said shit. But my point is, who's gonna say who's right? Because I didn't know Jada had some sort of illness, and it was and she got some sort of sickness going, and that's what pissed Will Smith off. The nigga was talking about his wife, and she going through some shit. I mean, I can see that, but what I'm saying is nobody knew that but Will, and well, not nobody, but I didn't know it, so it looked like he just did some foul shit. But I'm not gonna say it was foul or not because it was still punk shit. But I probably would have, I don't know, I wouldn't have got up and slapped that nigga, but I'd have said something if my woman was going through some shit. Or the shit would have pissed me off, let me put it like that. You understand what I'm saying?
yeah. Hey, bud, I think as a man, I think Will he should have pulled Chris Rock on the side, not on the stage. He could have pulled Chris Rock on the side, like, look, bro,
Hey,
and
hold
this
up,
you
D.
can't come
Hold
with
up.
that.
I don't want to get into all of this because what I'm saying is he could have did a bunch of shit. He didn't even have to pull him to the side. He could have called him later. I mean, he could have did a bunch of goddamn shit. But he did what he did. So, as far as that goes, if I was Will, fuck it. I did it. But now, I'm telling you, as far as how it looked, he looked like a punk motherfucker to me. But that's just my
All right,
opinion.
go ahead with your show, man. I'm over here enjoying your show, man.
You know it. See, you guys got to understand what I be talking about when I talk about shit. The actual event does not matter. The actual event, good or bad, doesn't really matter. What you think and what you do and how you react, that's what matters. Because a dog don't realize it, but they don't realize they came. All it was reacting to was the pheromones. The dog don't even realize mating or fucking or whatever is going to result in some pups. My point is, once we realize we're no motherfucking better than animals unless we use our common sense, maybe then we'll be able, to be a little better off. But the sad thing is that common sense ain't common no more. Everybody don't have common sense. I mean, you won't believe what I have to say, so I'm just going to say it. I don't do what I do with this YouTube shit to go viral. Now, I am an egomaniac. I know that. So I definitely want my channel to do good. But what I'm saying is, social media, you have to be very sharp, or else you're gonna get dragged into the bullshit. I talk to these so-called fucking gurus, these giants, and their followers believe those lies that they tell them add up to what I be talking about as far as my exploits. Now, I'm not saying they do or don't. The thing is, there are people on YouTube right now who offer advice about life, and these very motherfuckers don't even live by what the fuck they say. I find that out because when you get to fucking with them, you see what they really doing, and because they talk to you behind the scenes. Half those motherfuckers can cite or quote any kind of philosophical passage on earth. And they can do it to support what the fuck they saying. But you fucking know what? Simply because you can quote the scripture at will, or you can cite some kind of reference in Congress or whatever the fuck, it won't ever replace what I have. I have legitimate experience. And unless you have it, you didn't read whatever the fuck you thinking. No, I got experience. I don't need to cite the Bible. I don't need to quote Plato, because I know none of that shit makes a goddamn difference with what you do today, unless you're speaking to a goddamn fool who want to follow the least risky fucking way to live. You have motherfuckers on YouTube telling you how to really be down in this abadabba. There's not one reputable motherfucker from my time or this time even know the motherfucker that's talking. I mean, this motherfucker probably haven't ever really done anything but seen a movie. But since he has an appearance, and since he got the nerve to open his fucking mouth and say that goddamn shit, you motherfuckers believe it. All right. Since I'm an old motherfucker, maybe the motherfuckers of today could vouch for any one of you motherfuckers gurus. Any one of them. You had to be out and do something to think you have something to say. Not one Rolls Royce driving motherfucker from today ever did shit with them motherfuckers or heard of them fake motherfuckers. Yet, according to them, this giant motherfucker got so much of this abba-dabba that he could put me to shame if he wanted to. I've had these conversations with suckers. You want to know what's so sad about that shit? I have not had a hoe in over 20 years. Otherwise, I am not on the scene. I have no relevance to what they doing right now. Yet, these motherfuckers who's supposed to be doing whatever they doing right now, comparing what they doing with what I did 25, 30 years ago. This is asinine. You want to at least be current. How you gonna compare yourself with a motherfucker that ain't been down in 20 years? Now you can compare your exploits with mine, if that's the case. But you can't compare them as far as who's the best or whatever. You can, I guess, but you shouldn't. Because why would you want to be better than some motherfucker 20 years ago? You ain't shit. Even if you are better than him. Damn near everything makes you better than this motherfucker now. So, I ain't holding over 20 years. And fools who be claiming to be out right now, who don't now motherfucker know about this food, but these motherfuckers be more you know, not argue with me, but they be wanting to do shows with me. Man, I did this shit already with Steve the Dean, and I ain't doing no show with no motherfucker. Because they don't be about it. They just be wanting to talk about it. And they be wanting to talk about it with me. Because they know I'm about it. And then when I tell them, no, man, I ain't, I'll go solo. Now the motherfucker better than me. A nigga who ain't had a hope in forever. A nigga who's 69 years old. A nigga who's retired. A nigga been married. But when this so-called giants, get upset because we can't do a show together, he's better than me. He'd rather speak to a motherfucker who ain't relevant in today's game. Come on, man. I ain't trying to be relevant about them streets as far as what I be kicking. I'm trying to be relevant in what I'm doing. And what I'm doing is represent Sidewalk University. And all the things I talk about, I explain to my students. And they get a lot of game without risking their lives. That's all I'm doing. Motherfuckers ain't gotta go out there stupid and get killed. That's all the fuck I'm doing. You could get a little sharper at Sidewalk University, and you ain't got to ever hit that street to represent. I'm just being real. 631. I just seen you. 414. I'm gonna get you in a minute. 631. What's up?
Yeah, what's going on, Rosebud, man? I'm just got a quick question, man. I realize my conversation game kind of trash. How do I lead conversations to get to the desired result? I'm just trying to get it popping, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying, man. But I mean, I got niggas paying me $1,500 to tell them that shit. And I'm just gonna tell you.
I ain't looking for tricks of the trade.
Hey, bro. You don't want to hear what I'm saying. You ain't looking for this. You just want that. I know that's what I'm saying. You motherfuckers don't never want it all. You just want what you think you need, and then you can't even do what you got the answer to. What if I told you what to do, and your ass can't do it?
Then I'd have to adjust.
No, you wouldn't.
No,
you wouldn't, bro. Because right now you gotta adjust. Right now, you gotta adjust. So you lying. Come on.
I am lying then.
I know you lying. What I'm saying is you just want some kind of easy fix. Motherfucker, if you want this game, you gotta come to Sidewalk University. What I just told you what I do. I talk about shit that make motherfuckers interested. See, I got shit to talk about. Then they come investigate. Other than that, you just want to be entertained, like all these motherfuckers listening. I ain't no goddamn entertainer. Nah.
Okay.
Get at me, man. 414, what's up?
Hey, bro, I got a question about your audio book.
Go ahead.
How did did you, and how long did it take you to smooth things out with Laura after the whole Joe situation when your women fought his women?
Man, shit. It took maybe 2 days, but I don't even think it took 2 days because I handled it that day with what I said to the bitches, but that shit was a problem. Meaning that them bitches didn't just forget it, but they ain't finna give me a problem because of anything I said or did or the nigga did, because I went and checked the nigga and none of that shit happened anymore. That's all was necessary. All
Okay,
right.
cool. Do you mind telling me like how the conversation went when you checked him?
Nah, man, you read the book because it's on there. 202, what's up?
I want to thank you for that book you sent me, the two book. I appreciate that. I really enjoy it.
Which book did I send you?
It was the two books when you tell them the story.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
I'm enjoying the book, man. I keep reading it over and over so I get this money right. Sidewalk University.
Well, hey man, do what you got to do, bro. You know, because it's worth it. Believe me. The semester we in right now is 6 days old. We done had 2 goddamn conference calls that were bomb, and I mean this group seemed to be a little different. So I can't judge them yet because you never know till the end. But what I'm saying is, man, if it go right, I'm gonna have a pretty good graduating group. Every semester I have graduates, but sometimes you have more of the class graduate than other times. All right.
Sorry to hear that about that. All right.
All right. Check in, you guys. So this giant or these giants, that now nigga of any value have heard of except Facebook motherfuckers. See, this motherfucker really think YouTube views count as real abba-dabba. I realize that. I don't know if you realize that. But what make them think that they have something to say valuable to you is that they got X amount of views. And that's what drive them. Now, I guess they get money. I'm not saying they don't. What do you call that shit? Whatever you call that goddamn shit YouTube pay you for. But what I'm saying is, what are you getting? See, that's what's important. What the fuck are you getting at the deal? See, I know, even if you don't fuck with me, I'm talking about even if you never buy any of my shit, listening to me, you're going to learn some shit. You're going to realize a lot of more shit. but what I'm saying is at least you're going to get that. No matter how many stories you hear about me, good or bad, the motherfucker telling it to you knows it because he know me or he know of my exploits. He knows me because I was there flat foot down with his ass in whatever city that motherfucker's from. I don't care, name it. I was there across this country. This motherfucker contacts, or these motherfuckers, they have a little network and they talk to each other and ask them how shit is here or how shit is there. Because from what I can tell, the motherfuckers, they never left their goddamn house in search of what the fuck we talking about. They read it all. You got a giant ass motherfucker that listened to you about money. Now listen. I know two of these motherfuckers talking about being giants, being a man, talking about how you spend your money, how you deal with women, and the motherfucker have a roommate. Nah, I ain't saying he gay. But I mean, you can't stand on your own. that's a sign right there. All right. I ain't, one of these motherfuckers who ain't been tried and tested. Them motherfuckers that you guys listen to have not been tried or tested because they ain't been in the mix. They just read some shit. What I'm trying to get you to do is see the value in coming to Sidewalk University so you could be sharper than that. You got to be sharper than these fucking idiots. I have been tried and tested in all points of life and in all points in this country. These fraudulent motherfuckers have all this philosophy for you. They got philosophy. They're philosophical because they don't have any life. They have not lived, or they don't believe in themselves enough to have an opinion. So they use people's opinions to make their points. Well, I just think that's sad, man. If you don't, then you don't. Y'all need to quit it. If you want this shit, it's here for you to get at Sidewalk University. If you want the confidence that people will try to swear is arrogance. Arrogance is when you do what a confident person do, but you don't know shit as far as how to do it. You're just mimicking this confident person. So whether you're wrong or right, you don't care. I guess that's all right because I don't care if I'm wrong or right. But there's a lot of difference between arrogance and confidence. I mean, you read about shit and act like it's you. You act like you lived it. What do you call a motherfucker who is easily identified, has never been in the motherfucking streets, never been in anything that's going to cause him to stand up? Now, I'll give you a hint. We loved them as kids. Wait, did you, is this to get the answer? 929, what's up? 929, what's going on?
Hey, bud, what's going on? How you doing?
I'm good, brother. What's happening?
I just caught you on the TV, so I was gonna call in. You just gotta talk about my honesty, like being in your course. I was one of those last semester students who thought it was like a driving course, but it was more like a Ferrari driving course. It was very fast speed, and I didn't know what way was up. But what I can say is that my experience, I experienced some instant growth and changes in the way I thought because the pressure you put on me, constant pressure. And it was like putting my hand on a hot stove. I instantly learned things. I didn't have to just in one day. So, I did run out of gas and steam because I just didn't expect it.
Listen, man, listen.
I was there.
Listen to me. Do yourself a favor. Come back. Free. Come back.
That's what's up.
Tonight,
That's what's up.
listen to me, man. You know my email. I changed the group so you can't request from the group like you did before, but you can use the same name, Sidewalk University, .1. Use that and make that request again.
Okay.
I'm for real, man. Listen. We got a call tonight. I want you on it.
Okay.
All right, bro.
I'll be there, Rich. I'll be there.
Hey, on the real.
Y'all need to sign up for this, man.
On the real, man. You said some shit that was very important, and you said the pressure that I put on you, and you right, because you gonna do it if I put pressure on you. That's what you need. That's what all of you guys need. Some pressure put on you that you know is not bullshit. You know, once you stand up to it, which you evidently you faded off, but what you actually did is what I tell all of y'all. I don't care if you with me 2 weeks, you gonna never forget it, and you gonna want to come back. So, bro, come back tonight. If you don't come back tonight, you ain't welcome. But if you come back tonight, arms open, bro. 6 o'clock.
All right, that's what's up. Appreciate it, bud.
Yeah.
Y'all need to really enroll in this, man. Y'all need this more than food, man. Trust me. Y'all getting a lot of calories, but y'all ain't getting no content. This is something to change your whole metabolism, man. You really don't want no life until you go through this type of process, whether you go through it through yourself or through Bud. Bud speaking the same thing 4 or 5 years that I've been watching him. And if you guys really watch YouTube, people are literally trying to say what he say, water it down, put in some other words, and they're growing up. But he's been there before them, and we already know his track record, man. The shit is dope. It's dope.
Hey,
Professor.
Appreciate you, man. Be there tonight. Hey, you guys, see, I don't care what you pay attention to. But if you don't pay attention to shit like that, you're silly. A lot of people want to say, I paid this man. No, I ain't paid him. What I'm saying to you is what I've been saying, like he just said, years. I don't change. I'm not going to deviate to try to get your money. And you see, it's not about money with me, although, of course, a nigga need money. But it's about you and what the fuck you about, what you represent. Now you see that man could have got charged again. But no, I ain't like that. Free, he already paid. And he said, I put too much pressure on me. God damn it. Well, bro, the first time you might do that. But watch what he do this time. I don't even know who he is, but I'll know tonight. But I'm saying, watch what the motherfucker do. He gonna grow because he stood up and admitted the truth. The pressure broke him. They gonna break him again, and I'm gonna be just as hard. You guys don't understand. Now, this motherfucker, we can tell from the way he talk, from the way he walk, that he ain't went through shit. And I say, what do you call a motherfucker like that? You call him a sucker. That's what he is. If it's one thing I was born to be, other than Rosebud, is to be a leader in change. I loved and hated my life at the same time, but I wouldn't have changed any part of it for anything. I'm so goddamn proud, and conceitedly, I admired my strides that I was making. You wouldn't even believe how much I admired what I was doing. I sometimes think if I wasn't a professor, I would still be in the streets. I just think I would. Then I think of my motherfucking ace boom coon, Sean K. Parker, who rode mile for mile with my motherfucking ass, and he raised his sons. So I can't blame shit on being, in the streets. I can't blame shit about being in the streets as far as affecting your parenting. It must be that I just like the hell out of being in a leadership position. This is the first year, not this year, last year, was the first year that I willingly missed feeding the motherfucking homeless. Every year, I would do that shit during the holidays, especially the Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays. I would do that with my wife. I was married then. Of course, I'd buy the food, but she did all the cooking. And I mean, she cooked enough of everything for us and them. One year, she even baked them their own turkey and a cake. You know, I wanted to say something, but when she was handing those dinners out, I'm serious. I saw those motherfuckers' appreciation. Something funny happened to me. You know, I realized I just understood where she was coming from. Because she used to have to talk me in, not talk me into it, but, you know, come on, let's do blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying is, I know they made their choices in life, and, you know, it may have gotten them where they are, you know, because of the choices that was bad. But I've learned to only judge myself. And I judge me to not have a basis to say anything about what's right or wrong as far as what them homeless motherfuckers be doing. I do know I had been reading the Bible for the first time in my life, and I do know I felt different doing something, because what I was getting out of the Bible was you gotta do in order to be. So I felt good, and when we pulled off from where they was posted up, I'm checking my rearview mirror, and them motherfuckers, I made a difference. Or me and my woman made a difference. Not a big difference. 901, what's up?
Uncle Bud, what's up with you, man?
Nothing, what's happening with you?
I'm chilling. I got a question for you.
All right.
When you first started dealing with regular women, how you do this? Because I know you don't I know you be like, you ain't convincing a woman that she gonna fuck with you or not. But when you start dealing with regular women though, their mindset kind of different. So how you play it? Especially when you start getting gang and shit.
Hey, check this out. That's where you make the mistake. Ain't nothing different about that bitch except she ain't selling no pussy, if that's the case. Well, ain't nothing different about her.
Okay.
I don't make no adjustments. If she fucking with me and she's a big old square, she gonna hear in my voice the way I sound, the words I use. She gonna know that I'm from the streets, and she gonna also hear that I'm an educated motherfucker. So what I'm saying is, whatever she think about that, I know she gonna get that from me. So that is where I be coming from. I be willing to show them I'm a hard motherfucker, but I'm educated and I got the ability to be motherfucking smoother. But I'm gonna be the way I am unless something about you make me want to be different. You got to put it on the bitch, man.
Yeah.
You got to put it on her. You can't be putting it on yourself. Think about that, man. You're gonna be running all kinds of motherfucking women. You'll be changing all the time, trying to do what the bitch think. Remember, man, bitch got to do what you think. All of them. That way you ain't got to change up. Feel me?
Yeah, I be having to listen again because I know I'm missing jewels. I'm gonna listen again though.
All right.
Okay, but like with Sidewalk, when you I ain't done yet. Like with Sidewalk University, how you explain this to your women you was dealing with? Like that's a big goal that ain't nobody really coming up with. That's what I'm saying. How you change people's mind like that?
What do you mean? I don't know what you mean, man. How do I change people's mind about Sidewalk University?
Okay, when you coming up with that idea and you was dealing with whatever woman you was dealing with, how was you able to? Well, I don't know if you was able to show her.
I don't talk no business, man. I don't talk no business with no damn bitch. Damn bitch that I ever was with had any idea that I was gonna do this until I was doing it.
Okay. What made you get like this?
What?
I said, what made you get like this? I mean, yeah, what made you get like this?
Dealing with people, dealing with shit, being in the streets, having to think fast. You only get one chance. You ain't gonna get another one. You can't make no mistakes. All that shit made me think like this.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, for somebody. For real, you guys don't know. Just do something for somebody you don't know. And in the holiday season, you ain't got to motherfucking go crazy or nothing. But I mean, I don't know about you, man, but I mean, I really get something out of it. I ain't finna make their life change. But a $5 bill, if I got 7 or 8 of them, and I give them out, man, and I feel good. That ain't but 40, 50 bucks, man. Come on, man. It's something you don't know about hard dudes like me. We really soft. Not soft as being a punk, but soft, and we take shit to heart. If it qualifies as something that I care about, it qualifies as something important to me. Period. I don't care. If I care about it, believe me, it's I don't give a fuck if it was that doobie. If it's something I care about, goddamn it, believe I'm gonna follow it. Now, this last one was the first holiday season I had no wish to do that shit. I'm a man, but I got soft spots. My little girl is foremost, the most important. But whenever I call to cheer her up, she ends up cheering me up. Because of the pride I get in how I raised her. Part of it is because, she ain't little no more and she's really taking care of business now. And part of it is because I just really love being a father. I fucking have a need to be there for people. And with my students, being so far away, I still do what I can, but it seems it ain't shit. Just like when Lena moved to Vegas and I was still in Cali. Shit, that was a hard time. I couldn't go over her house and make sure, what I did was enough. Just as I can't go to my students and make sure they get what I'm saying. Now, don't get me wrong. My daughter, she been paying her own rent, living on her own, all that shit. The difference was when she needed help and I would help her. I would also go over to give her whatever it was, or to bill, or to do whatever. And whatever she needed, I could see was provided. And then, I was cool. With the school, I find myself in the same predicament where I can't go physically help. But what I could do, and what I do, is mentally build them. They have to be shored up in order to actually start standing up. So once I get this new idea of how to bring it, I just learned how to deal with the feelings that I was having. Just as those of you who already had kids grow up and leave the nest, you have to accept that they mature and gone. That's why Sidewalk University's annual dinner was so important for me. I was able to see my work had not been in vain. And it had been absorbed by these men. These men sponsoring this dinner out of their pockets for me in appreciation for what I've given them. And I only gave them a mirror. So I'm going to leave you guys with this thought. If we want to make a difference, we need to unite as men. The only way we're going to hurt the police state of America is to do special things, big things, like when the holidays come. you gotta like boycott that Black Friday or whatever they think is going a day for you to spend all your money, unless you spend it in your neighborhood. You know, if you spend it in your neighborhood, you don't go promote Sears or Macy's or any of them motherfuckers. You know, your neighborhood stores around, whatever. Yeah, do that. Because we don't need to burn our motherfucking own shit up. We just need to hit them in their pockets. We got to stop spending money with the motherfuckers who allow the bullshit. We spend a lot of money, and the gross national product reflects it. We can hurt them. Do not support any holiday spending unless it's in your own fucking communities. I'm out.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
You welcome, bitch.